Recently, I have seen a lot of videos where people promise that it is very easy to run a successful online course business and to scale it up to 6 figures and beyond. But that is really not the truth. It actually takes years of hard work. And today I'm going to show you exactly what it takes step by step and why it takes so long and what you can expect if you want to start from complete scratch. So the first thing you want to do if you want to become a course instructor is to find a topic around which you create a course. So basically this is called a niche. So if I'm using that word in this video, that is what I'm referring to. So that is the topic of your course. So you need to make sure that there is a big audience, that there are people that are actually ready to buy, and also that there is demand for a course in that space. So this is something where you need to do some careful validation. So you want to see other people having success with that strategy and that topic. And also you want to see what kind of pricing these people are asking for the course and stuff like that. So you need to validate your topic. So you can't just go ahead and use your common sense to start a course business. But this is actually the easiest part, because then starts the hard work. So once you have found out your topic or niche, then you need to become a top expert in that space. So if you have no prior knowledge, or if you don't have experiences and expertise in that topic, you need to start gaining one. So for example, I started my online blogging courses after I had done blogging for 3 years for 50 hours a week. So it actually took 3 years for me to gain the knowledge to start sharing and to start distinguish myself from all these other experts that are offering the exact same services that I am. So that is already something that will probably take at least a couple of years, but you can also use that time wisely, which brings me to the next point. So once you start to become an expert in your topic, you can also start to create content. And this is something that I would say that you should start from day one. So even if you're a complete beginner at something, once you have done that something for an hour or two, you have already gained some knowledge that you can share with people that have never tried it out. So that is something to keep in mind. So you can actually start creating content as soon as you start to familiarize yourself with your niche, and once you start to become an expert. This brings me to the next point, which is that you need to become the top voice in your space. So not only should you become an expert, but then on top of that, you need to become a top trusted expert in your space. The number one resource for the people. Not the number 5, not the number 10, but the number one solution and the number one resource. Because people are going to buy from those top experts, and they are simply not going to trust you, because they see that, okay, you're a small creator, you don't probably possess knowledge that these bigger players have. You need to be your audience's best friend before they buy something. And that is also something where you need to pay attention to when you choose your niche. So if all these top voices have like 10 million subscribers or something crazy like that, then that's probably a space where you should stay away from, because it's next to impossible to outperform these competitors. And by the way, this is some free advice that nobody else mentions. So it is actually most of the course ideas that you might encounter and come up with are bad simply because there is too much competition, or there is no demand, or there is simply no way for you to stand out in. And once you create content, once your audience grows, once you get more views to your videos and blog posts, then you also should start collecting emails. And this is something where you can use lead magnets. So for example, you can tell your audience to download a free 30-minute ebook about something related to your topic, and then they will give you their email address in exchange. And this is important because you want to have your own audience. If you create for YouTube, your channel might thrive for a while, but YouTube might change one thing and your channel will go down. And the same goes with blog posts. So you might rank on Google for a while, but then Google does one simple change and your rankings will go down and your audience will go away. And if this sounds like something that probably doesn't happen, in fact, I would say that if you do content creation for a couple of years, I would say it's more likely to happen to you than it's not, because these algorithms change all the time. So yeah, you want to keep your own audience, and if you collect emails, You and only you own that audience, and that is yours. And you can sell to these people because these are also the people that care the most about your content. These are the people that are eager to learn the most. So that is like also the most important part of your audience, while it's also your own audience segment. Then once you have created content for a couple of years and once you have established yourself as one of the top experts and top voices in your space, then you can start getting to know to your audience better. So you can set up these calls, emails, polls, questionnaires, and whatnot, where you identify their main pain points. And these are the ones that you're going to address on your course. So you just need to make sure that your course meets the demand. So you can't just create a course based on your hunch or based on your intuition, but you want to get to know to your audience and know what is like missing right now, what is hot right now that they can't really find a solution to. And this is where you create your course to solve their problem. And then once you have identified your audience's pain points, then it's time to put together a course and set up a sales funnel to it. So once again, you can't just go ahead and put together a course, hit publish, and start telling people to join. You need to warm your audience up. Even the ones that have already been warmed up, you need to warm them up again. So you need to set up a lead magnet, very similar to what I already talked about before. So you can, for example, tell people to join a free 30-minute training, and then you can start sending them emails that will funnel them towards buying your course. And these are not sales emails, but these are more pieces of valuable information. So for example, somebody who joins your 30-minute training session should receive another training session the day after. Then they might receive a template 2 days after that. Then they might receive some kind of interesting private article the day after that. And you should send them like these super valuable pieces of information directly related to their problems and their topic. And this is the way that you can start to like take them towards buying your course. And after sending them a couple of emails, you can start suggesting checking your course page. And this is when you might start to see sales. And by the way, this kind of the common misconception is that you only need like a couple of hundred people to watch your content to start making sales. But in reality, it's more like 1 in 10,000 that will buy. That is like a standard. So if you have a video where you tell the people to join your newsletter by downloading a free training or whatnot, then 1 in 100 is going to take action. And then out of those people that join your newsletter, out of those 1 in 100 will buy your course. So that adds up to or multiplies up to 1 in 10,000. So for example, if you want to sell 100 courses per month, you should have roughly 1 million content views per month, which is going to take a heck of a lot of time and effort and expertise and experience. Buying a course is more like a once in a lifetime thing for most. So you need to be the one for them. You need to be your audience's best friend related to that topic. You need to be the one that they think of first when somebody wakes them up and asks them about this topic or a question related to that topic. That is how deep a connection you need to form with your audience. And this does not happen overnight. It will take years and years of hard work before you start seeing any significant sales to your courses.